Hi you guys, it's your girl Michaela Joy. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to smell good now that it is summertime. Okay, you guys, so I am back with another hygiene video. It's been a little while since I've done a how to smell good video, so I wanted to definitely come back right before summer. I'm not going to talk your head off. We're going to jump right into it. Let's start with the shower. Y'all already know I am not going to start a how to smell good video without talking about the shower. You cannot start to smell good until you take a really good shower. So I have all of my products here in front of me. I'm going to show you my Bodycare collection and what I do, but as always, you have to find what works for you and do not be pressured to buy all these type of products when you really just don't want to. What matters is that you're washing your body thoroughly and you're not just putting on a lot of smell good products on a dirty body, okay, or putting on a lot of clean clothes with a dirty body. Okay, this is all about feeling good for yourself and not anybody else, so don't feel pressured to overperform for anybody. This is all for you. So like I said, this starts in the shower. So you have to perfect your base wash routine. And if you watch any of my other how to smell good videos, you know that your base wash is what's going to rid you of any bacteria or dirt that's on your skin. For me, my holy grail is the Naturium Energizer Mandelic Acid Body Wash. I've talked about this product before many times on my channel, but I just cannot think of a better summer body wash, especially because it neutralizes odor while also cleansing you. I don't think it's necessarily antibacterial, but when I come home from the gym or after a long day of just sweating, I need this body wash. This needs to be an essential for your summer smell good body care routine. Okay, it is formulated to deeply clean your body and neutralize any body odor. That mandelic acid really helps. A lot of the body washes from Naturium are really good. I've heard really good things about it. The only other body wash that I've used from this brand is the multi-oil and moisturizing body wash. To me, that one doesn't really clean as deeply as this one. I would say for your base wash for this summer, you really need to incorporate this one. Now, for those days where I haven't really sweat that much, but I know I need a really good base wash, I'm gonna always grab my Dove antibacterial body wash. Now, this is a holy grail. Anything Dove, you know, I used to be questionable about, but now I just feel like the body washes are just a holy grail in my body care collection. Now, I did grow up using the Dove Sensitive bar. I used to use that everywhere, and I used to just use that for multiple washes. It just doesn't work the same for me. It doesn't give me that deep of a clean, but some people like to use this, especially for their intimate areas. Again, you need to find what products work for you, but this could also be a really good base clean, this one or the antibacterial Dove bar soap. And finally, if I do not recommend anything else to you guys for cleaning your body, I have to recommend the Peppermint Dr. Bronner's, y'all. Y'all already know how I get down. This is almost a $20 bottle, and I will spend the money every single time. This Peppermint Dr. Bronner's will give you such a squeaky clean while also just making you smell fresh. Okay, now I understand that the peppermint can be a little too abrasive for some people, so I definitely would recommend, if 2 washes or 1 base wash by itself is too much, you can always use for your base wash a lightly scented or no scented body wash. I love using this method. This is the coconut rice milk and shea butter body wash. Typically I use that one in conjunction with Dr. Bronner's for my second wash or my medium wash before I put on my scented body wash. But it is super important that if you are going to use Dr. Bronner's, that you're also using another body wash to bring that moisture back into your skin. If this is like an everyday shower, or you're just quickly washing yourself and you know that Dr. Bronner's is going to get the job done in 1 to 2 washes, make sure that you're following up with either a thick body wash or a really thick and moisturizing lotion outside of the shower. Now, speaking of the shower, once we're done with our base clean, it is time time to layer those scents. Now for me, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I am a very dedicated vanilla girly, but I do switch it up sometimes, or I'll have scents that go really well with my vanilla perfumes. Either way, you need to cultivate a body care or shower routine that will help you layer the scents, because just putting on, you know, perfume after your shower and you haven't really built that scent in the shower, it kind of defeats the purpose, or to me it's a waste of product. We want to make sure that we have scented body washes and lotions and also scrubs that will help us really cultivate that scent. So after we do our base clean, and I, like I said, do my medium clean, I supplement that with a scented body wash. Now I'm not always going to wash my body 3 times a day. I like to stick to that, but sometimes it's just unrealistic. For me, I'm always going to grab a Dove scented body wash just because they're my holy grails now. Because we are doing a summer 2025 version, I decided to pick out my Dove mango and almond butter to show you guys. This one right here is so rich. I think the notes of shea butter really helps going along with my vanilla scents, and it always makes me feel so refreshed. I love it for a good morning shower, but also it also works for my night showers. I also have Dove cucumber, I have Dove aloe vera, I have Dove peony rose, I have Dove white peach, I also have Dove vanilla. All of these are just really good scents that will help me really solidify what I'm going for that day. Now, if you really want to step it up a notch, you could also do a body scrub. For me, I love to grab the Dove crushed macadamia and rice milk scrub. This one goes really good with any shea butter, vanilla, even like with this mango kind of peach fruity scents. That is a really good scrub. Again, we're keeping this affordable, so you don't have to go out and buy a, let's say, strawberry body wash, a strawberry lotion, a strawberry scrub. Sometimes you can mix and match. For the most part, you can mix and match. So don't feel pressured, especially if you're younger, to buy all of these products, when honestly, if you experiment and you take your time to really see what you love and what you like to mix, you'll find that many of these different scents go together really well. Now, another part of layering your scent in the shower is also incorporating an oil. And because it's summer, we want our skin to be glowy and fresh, am I right? So one of my favorite products is this Amande shower oil. It kind of has somewhat of like a baby powder oil, or like a baby powder scent in a way, but it's really fresh, it's really refreshing. What you have to do is you put a little bit in your hand, because this is very thick, and it kind of acts as a soap, so it suds up. And so what you want to do is you want to really work that into your skin, and then make sure you rinse it off. This is going to leave your skin glowy and fresh, and it also keeps like this nice powdery freshness smell to you. And so I find it a really nice way to layer my scents during the summertime and the springtime. I also like to use the French body oil, but I don't have any more right now because we can't shop at Target, and I have not been on the website to order any of it because honestly I don't want to pay for shipping. But no, I do not have that. And I also love this spray. We're going to talk about fragrances later, but I love the French vanilla cashmere spray, but I have not had it. I'm using something else that you will see later in this video. Now, another part of us layering our scents is also outside of the shower. So when we talk about the summertime and controlling sweat and controlling odor, we really want to think about what deodorant we're using. Some people sweat more than others. I don't really sweat that much unless I'm on my period, or if I'm working out really hard, or if I'm working out in the heat. So for those people who sweat more, I would recommend a clinical deodorant such as Secret, or something like men's deodorant. Don't be ashamed. I'm sure there's some that smell really good, especially in the Dove brand. I think they have a really nice smelling men deodorant, and there's no shame. We're all different, and these companies, they literally brand the same thing for separate genders, and it's just really, in my opinion, a money racket. So don't be ashamed. Just find the scent that works for you and the type of deodorant that will control your sweat and also control your odor. But deodorant is a must in the summertime. We have to wear our deodorant. Me personally, I love Dove spray deodorants. This one is the Beauty Finish. I like the Karen coconut scent, but they were out of it at the store when I went last time, so yeah. I also keep me a deodorant in my purse, so I keep the Dove cucumber deodorant. And this is always just with me in my purse. You know, in the summertime, you can get a little, So if you have like a water wipe or a witch hazel wipe, you can kind of clean underneath your armpits and then put on some more deodorant. Ain't no shame in nobody's game, honey. Just do it. And then we also need to moisturize our skin. Now, I know in the summertime, you don't want those thick creams all up on you, at least for me, sticking to my clothes, sticking to my sheets. I don't want all of that. But one lotion that always smells good and never gives me problems like that is the Vanilla Cashmere EOS lotion. This one right here, I use this year round. This is probably my 15th bottle in 2 years. Ever since I found this product, I've never had a problem with feeling sticky. On top of that, the shower oil that I showed you does not leave a sticky or thick residue. It just really leaves my skin glowing. Now, the final part, which is the part that everybody thinks about when they think about smelling good, is our fragrances. Now, we've done the work in the shower. We've done the work outside the shower. Now, this is probably one of my favorite parts. After my clothes are on, I like to put on my fragrances. Now, some people like to spray their wet skin with the fragrances after they put on their lotion or their oils. I personally don't do that. I think it's a great idea. I just don't do it myself. Now, let me show you my favorite scents. This one is a new one. I have the Bath & Body Works Princess Belle perfume. I think this is the closest one I could get to vanilla. Thank you to the Bath & Body Works worker that helped me find this. I literally thought they were completely sold out, but this is one of the last ones they had. You know, it's a limited, you know, edition kind of fragrance situation, but I got this. I love this for a chill day. I would not wear this out on date night or for a birthday celebration, but this is a really good everyday scent or just a chill, you know, scent if I'm wearing a two-piece set and I want to go take a Walmart run or something like that or go get groceries. I love to put that on. Recently, Victoria's Secret had a really good fragrance sale on the minis, so I got Heavenly. I've been using this a lot. And I also got Bombshell Seduction. I also got another one, but I don't remember the name. But all three of these were only $20 and they last, I think, a long time. I absolutely love these and they last all day, you guys. Shout out to my mommy because she gave me 2 of these Valentino perfumes. Love, love, love. Now these make me feel really grown women, like they give me really boss, you know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I feel when I had these on. And my mommy also got me this Baccarat Rouge 540. Now this one also gives me very grown women. I love to put this on at night. Shout out to Monty's mom, who taught her to put on perfume after she puts on her pajamas. But she also passed the information down to me that her mom taught her about putting perfume on before you get into bed, and then your sheets start smelling like that perfume. We love a good smell good hack, okay? Okay. Now this new product, the Santal Bloom Fine Fragrance right here. This one has been an everyday favorite that I've been pairing with the Victoria's Secret or the Baccarat, whatever. This goes really, really, really good with vanilla scents and any like shea butter, kind of coconut or kind of woody scent. I know it sounds crazy, but it goes really well. I'm using this in the absence of my French Vanilla Cashmere that I used to spray morning and night. Shout out to the girl in Ulta who put me onto that one. So it all comes down to finding what fragrances you like the most and how you like to layer it, whether you like to put it on after your lotions and your oils outside of the shower or once you have your clothes on. I prefer with my clothes on, but sometimes that means that my shirts are kind of like, depending on the material, are kind of like staying with that oil for a little bit. Sometimes that comes out, sometimes it doesn't. Speaking of clothes, how you do your laundry also affects how you smell throughout the day. For me with sensitive skin, it's very, very hard for me to maintain using a smelling good laundry detergent because I will break out. So a hack for that is to use a sensitive detergent, but to supplement that with a fragranted fabric softener. So I've been using Downy, I think, but I'll insert a picture. This has really been helping my clothes smell amazing. But when you put on fresh, clean, good smelling laundry on top of this shower care routine and your good smelling fragrances, you ready to be outside this summer. You ready to be outside. Now let's go ahead and talk about maintenance throughout the day. So one of the preventative measures that you can do to prevent odor and to maintain the smelling goodness that you have for the summer day, you want to start inside the shower. Again, I recommend exfoliating. Now me, I exfoliate every day, but as a minimum, I would recommend exfoliating anywhere from 3 to 4 times a week, okay? It not only helps with hair growth and when you actually go for hair removal, but overall making your skin feel better. And if you get in between those creases of your thighs or behind your knees, underneath your arm, like your armpits, your neck, you will find that it will help control odor. Recently, I've started to get waxes, and they recommended exfoliating my, my intimate area. And what I've noticed is that I have fewer ingrowns, and the hair growth also slows down. But on top of that, I feel like I sweat less in between my thighs. So that could be a very, very useful preventative measure. Also, when it comes down to sweat and odor, I would recommend keeping hair in certain places low or no hair at all. You don't have to do that by any means, but you do have to put in more work when it comes to making sure that you stay fresh down there. I find that being able to exfoliate my intimate areas with no hair leaves me less sweaty, okay? And it could help if you have problems with odor down there. So another thing outside of the shower that you can do that is preventative is using witch hazel. Witch hazel controls sweat, okay? So I got this hat from TikTok. You can take a cotton pad and put some witch hazel on there and wipe behind your ears, your neck, underneath your arm, like your armpits, underneath your breast, in between your thighs, beside your private area, and in between your butt cheeks, okay? And that can control odor and sweat. Call it crazy, but it works. Also, taking some witch hazel wipes. Now, do what I do and take a travel size bottle of witch hazel and keep that with me. And on those days where you feel like you're sweating a lot or you just need to freshen up, you can have you a water wipe or some witch hazel for underneath your armpits or in between your thighs and kind of control that sweat and that odor. For your girl down there, okay, one of the biggest things, this is not just for the summer, but I know some people were not taught this. Letting her breathe helps a lot with sweat and odor, and especially when it's hot outside. And I don't know if you're a girl that lives with other people or your parents and they keep the heat on at night. That's diabolical in the summertime, but some people do it. Letting her breathe with no underwear really, really works. Wearing cotton underwear. You cannot be wearing them thongs up your booty all summer. That's not gonna work, okay? No, because first of all, your pH gonna be thrown off, but you need to be wearing cotton underwear and letting her breathe at night, okay? That's just it. Another thing that I forgot to mention earlier, this is just intimate care in general. I feel like it's a good tip. After I got my first wax, they used this like oil. First of all, it made her really, really shiny and really, really smooth. I like that. I came home and I started to use aloe vera gel after I exfoliated in the shower. So this is really, really good for ingrowns and smelling good. But the only thing is, it's fragrance free. Make sure you have a fragrance free, okay? Because that's a necessity. You can't have any fragrances down there because yeah, you're gonna throw off that pH and we don't want to do that, right? I just want to briefly go over some things that people just need to do every day, not just during the summer. We need to make sure that we're keeping up with our oral care, making sure that we're brushing at least once, but the goal is twice a day, morning and night. Making sure we are flossing at least once a day, morning and night, and also using mouthwash. Now, to keep that breath fresh, you can do two things. I like to oil pull. This keeps my mouth nice and minty and fresh, and also fights against bacteria and different like gingivitis and cavities and all this type of stuff. I highly recommend this Guru Nanda product. They also have toothpaste, they have a tongue scraper, all of that. Tongue scraping necessity. You need a tongue scraper. I have two different ones. I recently started using this blue TheraBreath in the morning and the pink one at night. If you've watched any of my other self-care videos, I was just a pink TheraBreath girly, but now I'm loving the freshness of the blue one. Shout out to Monty, because she's been telling me to use it, but I'm like, no, I want the pink one. I need to fight against cavities. But this blue one is also fresh, so I alternate between the two. And we also need to make sure that we're taking care of our feet. I use a pumice stone sometimes in the shower to make sure the bottom of my feet are smooth, and then you can supplement that with a very thick lotion. I have problems with dry feet and cracked feet, so you can use the Gold Bond healing foot cream and then put on socks at night and then go to sleep. In the morning they'll be soft. And then my final hygiene thing that I want to add in here, but I'll talk about more in my next summer hygiene video next week. But I really want to mention, y'all, we're doing all of this to our bodies and we're neglecting our face. So make sure you have a proper skincare routine. I really need to do an updated skincare routine, but if you don't do anything else throughout the summer, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white, all colors, but I'm specifically talking to my black folks because I think we grew up believing that we didn't need sunscreen. You're gonna need SPF. I use SPF 45. I use SPF 45 from Black Girl Sunscreen brand. Absolutely love. I also have the kids one, but that one can be a little much. It's 50, so I probably use it on my body. But yeah, I hope you at least learned one new hygiene tip. If you did, please comment and tell me what you learned, or if you have a suggestion, I would love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see any more hygiene videos, please let me know what you'd like to see and I will make that for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye.